Hey Pisces, welcome in. Let's get a look at your April reading. My name is Amy. I am an intuitive tarot reader. I have been reading cards for over 2 decades. Yes, I am that old. So let's clear the energy, Pisces, and then let's hop into this exciting reading, okay? So if you're noise sensitive, mind your ears for a second. Thank you, angels, ancestors, spirit guides of the highest white light. I ask to be a clear conduit for the sign of Pisces. Okay, Pisces. So first, I like to kind of get a snapshot of you and your energy and what I'm seeing. I could be reading for a divine feminine. It doesn't matter. Gender does not matter in tarot. But you could be harnessing the energy of the divine feminine, being in and receiving an energy of receiving, okay? We also have isolation and we have self-love. So whoever I am speaking to, whoever this message is going to resonate with, you are a divine feminine or in divine feminine energy. You've been in this place of isolation. And the reason why we go into isolation is so that we can elevate in our self-worth, in our self-love. There is some type of lesson that we are learning. So I'm talking to somebody who has been on the hermit's journey, who has learned how to pour into self, or I'm hearing learned the value of self. Okay, so you're in this new energy. I'm getting the vision of the hanged man. So before you were stuck around loving yourself, pouring into yourself, there could have been some type of narrative or story that was taught to you, that you bought into, that loving yourself is selfish. But then take care of me. Right? These narratives usually come from a feminine figure in our lives that is stretched beyond her means, who gives, and I'm not downing that. That's amazing that there's people, mothers, all fathers, all kinds of people out there that, can pour into others, but we also have to pour into ourselves. We can pour into others relentlessly until we are exhausted, until we are drained, and still continue to try to give to others, okay? And at that point, we're just giving dead seeds. So in order to have healthy seeds and beautiful boundaries and self-worth and self-love, we have to take that pause. We have to love ourselves, and we have to learn it's not selfish to give back to ourselves. Sometimes we put ourselves in isolation so that we can ice out the rest of the world to hear and understand oneself. So when I clarified this energy, I got the Six of Cups, the Devil, and the Empress. So you went from this energy, excuse me, somebody doesn't want this message out. Clear my throat chakra. You went from a couple messages here, okay? Number one, you're a sweetheart. You could have been in a connection with a perceived soulmate, okay? This soulmate here, definitely, there was a connection here that kept you in a certain state, in a certain illusion, in a certain vibration here. This could have been out of obligation. This could have been, you've known this, this was a high school sweetheart here, okay? But you walked away from this. This person wanted to keep you trapped. They didn't want you to elevate to this Empress energy. They didn't want you to sit on your throne. They didn't want you to feel yourself. They didn't want you to be in this self-love energy, okay? Because then you wouldn't be pouring into them. You wouldn't be giving to them. They wanted you to buy into that childlike narrative of, you can't pour into self. You have to pour into me. All right. And I feel like you saw the truth of this. Okay. There was something here that you had to pull away from. That's why we see the isolation. You had to sit yourself down to pour into yourself as this Queen of Cups here. Okay. Water sign energy here, Pisces. So Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer coming through here. You had to pour into yourself. You had to realize that you are your best lover, that you are your other half. Okay? Whether you're masculine or feminine, you had to balance out that energy of the divine feminine or the divine masculine inside of you. You had to become your other half, right? We don't want to date people or be in connections with people that say 50-50. No, I want 100% whole person. Meet me at 100, right? So you had to become this whole queen, or you had to become this whole empress, right? But you had to start by becoming the queen, pouring into your own cup until it runneth over, until it overflows, and then you're able to offer the overflow to a connection. You can pour into those cups after you filled your own cup here, okay? So that's beautiful energy. I love this energy, Pisces. You're having this beautiful glow up because you love yourself. God can give you more because you love yourself. Your emotions are very peaceful because you've sorted through them here. So that's beautiful, beautiful energy. So your overall energy for the month of April is Voyage of the Heart. Voyage of the heart. Love flows through you and to you. You've released something here, and now you're looking at the world with new eyes. You're realizing that we are all connected. You're listening to your heart energy, and you're also realizing that you are in control of your emotions and you're using your emotions responsibly. The Chariot card is about carrying royalty. It's about our vehicle, right? Our body, our movement. You are a soul with a body, not a body with a soul. So listen to the calling of your heart, follow your heart, and be responsible with your emotions. Don't drive your emotions into other people, right? You don't want to drive your vehicle. Your intention is to drive your vehicle responsibly, for it to carry you to your kingdom, to your path here. All right. You don't want to drive your chariot. You want to handle it responsibly. You don't want to injure other people with your vehicle, with your movement. And I feel like this voyage of the heart, really taking a step back, detaching from a situation and following the heart energy here. Some of you even made a wish that came true here. This is being connected to the divine consciousness, Christ consciousness, the all, the voyage of heart here. All right, so you are listening, taking this voyage of your heart, listening to your heart, your intuition, and it's taking you somewhere beautiful, somewhere promising here. So I feel like you are being carried into a place of success, right? Controlling your emotions, being the master of you, being the alchemist here. So the energy for you to work with this voyage of the heart energy, this chariot energy that's carrying you forward, is the bear, boundaries. This says stand your ground. So there is a time in life where we have to put up boundaries, and this is reminding me of a bear in hibernation who isolates himself here, who needs rest, So you could have been somebody that was needing rest here in this isolation period. And I don't even mean like sleep. I mean your nervous system needed rest. Your mind needed rest. There was something here. Look at how weary his face looks, right? This bear is weary. You needed rest. So you had to put up some type of boundary after a perceived misconnection, a perceived mistake here. So you could feel like this lone wolf right now. Look at the coyote looking back. It's like you've looked back at this lesson and realized that you do have to put boundaries around your heart. So you've, it's almost, this is what I'm getting. It's almost like you freed yourself from something or chased somebody off here that was trying to cross a boundary. A grizzly bear doesn't care about boundaries. A grizzly bear is savage, it's ruthless here. So maybe you had to chase off a grizzly bear here, an aggressive boundary crosser. And now you're realizing, oh wow, close call. I really need to guard my heart. I really need to put up stronger boundaries. I need to protect my divine feminine energy. I need to protect my, for some of you, it could have even been your home from this grizzly bear here, okay? So there was something that you need to stand your ground about, that you need to accept. It is what it is. The past, maybe you made a mistake here. That's how we learn. We learn how to put up boundaries. We learn how to love ourselves from mistakes, follies. I guess that's what this word is, follies of the past here. And now you're the wise fool. You may consider yourself foolish for what you bought into or for what you let your heart hold here, okay? But Spirit say, no, this lesson made you wise, So the energy that is unseen, this is unseen energy to you, Pisces. This is definitely somebody who has a hard shell here. They're very, very nosy, okay? This person could definitely tackle you with information. They could be, what is that, not a love bomber, but like somebody who likes to give a lot of details here. They have a big mouth, okay? This person could be an air sign. Their name could start with a P. The number 12 could be significant. The number 13 could be significant. 12, 1, 2, 1, 3, 120, or 130. Okay, so you have somebody in your energy that likes to gossip. There's a lot of hearsay coming out of this person's mouth. They have a lot of anxiety within their speech, so they could talk really fast and they could try to skip over the main point, and they may want to move on with the This person is an air sign, so there's a lot of thoughts. This is like entangled energy here. So this is somebody that you could have a entanglement with. An entanglement is when you have cut the cords, when you have set somebody free, when you have put up your mirrors, but you still can't stop thinking about somebody. So there could be some type of entanglement here. So their name could also start with an H. I'm hearing Hercules. But they want to tackle your heart here. There's something here about, you think you're fancy. This person thinks that you think you're fancy. You're a big shot here because you've healed or you've walked away from something. That's what it is. You've spoken up for yourself, and this person would never speak up for themselves. Or you freed yourself from something, and it's something this person would never do because they're still in a toxic narrative, right? They're still in that narrative of you should give to others relentlessly until you're drained here, okay? So you've stood up for yourself, and this person is just like shocked that you're able to do that you're able to walk away. This person's goofy. Yeah, this could be an earth sign here. Earth sign or an air sign. This could be somebody that's really worried about their money. Okay, that could be another thing that they talk about a lot, is the economy and money here. And these are all just simple small talk, which, you may not like small talk, but this is somebody who has a lot of small talk around small things because they have nothing going on. Like a small town gossip, a small town Betty is what I'm hearing. So their name could be Betty. But there's somebody who distracts themselves from what they do or do not have going on with other people, okay? And this is because they could be sad. This could be a sad person here. They could be blue. So this is unseen energy. So just be careful about what you're telling people about your personal life here. This big mouth, this anxiety person, even when you tell them things, they could definitely really embellish, okay? So they could embellish what you have going on as they regurgitate it to other people. You just don't even want to be caught up in all that, right? All right, so that's the unseen energy. Just protect yourself in what you're telling other people, okay? There could be something significant about somebody's iPad as well. There could be information on an iPad that could be very relevant, okay? So the energy supporting you at this time is confidence. You're rising above something. It's almost like you've had a rebirth here. And when I clarified this card of confidence, I got official person. So some of you may be going for a position here. I clarified the official person and got the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is somebody who can hold a government job, an official title here. So your confidence is helping you land in a position that you are desiring, a desired position, a title. You're going to have a official title here. And this title is going to require you to be very upfront, okay, like speaking the truth, but you know, in a non-concealed way, in a transparent way here. It may not be the fluffiest truth, the way that your delivery, right? But you definitely can bring the truth is what I'm hearing, Pisces. So whatever this is, this voyage of the heart here, it has rebuilt your confidence. I feel like at one time it hurt your confidence. You felt like a fool here, okay? You felt like you made some type of mistake. But in acting these boundaries and protecting yourself from people that want to take, you have rose above something. You've seen the bigger picture here. And getting it, I feel like understanding it or catching it or outsmarting somebody. There's something here that you did that somebody, you know, couldn't outsmart you. It built your confidence within yourself. This could even be your spiritual confidence. Realizing that you are a winged earth being, okay? That you do have wings. You're confident in your connection here to source energy. Because you are officially an earth angel. You are officially a sweetheart here. You're a light worker, a starseed. You are officially, I want to say you're officially that bee, right? You are realizing how powerful you are. You're harnessing this ascension energy, Pisces. You're rising above something. So your advice here from the Ascended Masters is nurture yourself with Mother Mary here. This card talks about you have given a lot. You've given a lot to other people, and it's time to pull back and nurture yourself. Pour into your own cup. This card talks about being stretched thin here because we have given to everybody else. So this is going back to the beginning of the message to love yourself, nurture yourself, and pour into yourself here. You can be a powerhouse of a support system for others, Pisces, with your beautiful emotions, but it's also important to be that beautiful lover of yourself, okay? There's also something here about journaling and writing, working with the energy of Thoth here, okay? So for your love energies, Pisces, this is you. Woo, baby. You are dealing with a snake here. Competition and energy. The other woman. Look over your shoulder. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Competition and enemy. The snake. And then we have healthy choices, self-love and self-care, being happier, loving life. So yeah, there was something that happened in a love connection here. You were dealing with a snake. It made you pull back and reassess the heart, heal some wounds here. I feel like you could have been drawing in the same energy over and over again. So you decided to make some healthy choices, to love on yourself, to take care of yourself, to make choices or changes, thank you, Spirit, changes in your life. So you went inwards to heal a wound, that was restricting your ability to love yourself, to accept yourself. You could have been accepting breadcrumbs from snake energies here. And that's why you had to harness the energy of the heart to heal here, to go in a different direction of success. Okay, this is even breaking free of the hearsay person. Okay, not listening to the hearsay, the negative narrative, the negative, the bitter Betty could be just a narrative that we hear in the, the small voice that goes on in the back of our head, the stories that we tell ourselves. So you decided to free yourself of that snake energy, that deceitful energy, a robbing energy here, a competitive energy. All right. And I feel like you have blocked this person. This is 8 of Wands in reverse. This is about communication, messages, something happening very quickly here. You block this out. You've either changed this narrative, you've changed the story, right? Because you've decided to pour into self. So you're changing the story here. Or you have blocked a snake, okay? Or all the above. You've decided to love yourself, stop taking messages, calls, receiving information from outside sources that want to bring you down with negative controlling energy, or a snake that wanted to control your energy. A boa constrictor is what I'm seeing, and they suffocate us slowly, right? They wrap themselves around you slowly, and then they squeeze and they suffocate you. Okay, so you freed yourself from somebody who is taking your energy, your essence. Okay, somebody who wanted to take your breath, the essence of you. They wanted to be you. Who is that person, Spirit? A Page of Pentacles. Could have been an earth sign. Okay, could have been an immature earth sign here. So your angel messages are spiritual growth. Spiritual growth, okay? So you have gone through something that has brought you on this journey of building your confidence in your energetic and spiritual gifts here, your connection to the divine, recognizing your own power here. That's rebuilding your confidence in self, in God, in your own abilities, your own magic here, your own spiritual growth and gifts. So the angels are definitely leading you down a path here of self-love, self-worth, and success here, okay? You're healing. You're loving yourself, okay? So let's get a message to close this out for the sign of Pisces here. What does Pisces need to know, Spirit? We have lost and found. Okay, it says, let me put my glasses on really quick. It says, the path towards my spiritual home is illuminated. I regain my bearings. With every step I take and with every moment that passes, I feel comfort, confidence, and a stronger sense of direction. Pisces, you were lost. You were lost in the maze. You had to find your way back to self, to your self-confidence. This is the perfect card, okay? This ties this all together. You had to find your way back to you, to rebuild your self-confidence. I mean, the path towards my spiritual home is illuminated. And your card is spiritual growth and this self-confidence here. So the path towards my spiritual home is illuminated. I regain my bearings with every step I take, and with each moment that passes, I feel comfort, confidence, and a strong sense of direction. And I heard in my head while I was reading this, every step you take, by the Police, every breath you take, I'll be watching you. Somebody could be watching you. They could be watching this glow up here. This is probably that person that you blocked. Okay. I love you, Pisces. Congratulations on your journey back to you. This is exciting. Set those boundaries. All right. If something in this message resonated, please like, share, and subscribe. Bye, Pisces. I love you.